So I vacillate, really, the truth is, between despair and hope. I despair sometimes that, is there really any hope for my denomination? But that's with the notion that I know what the right outcome is. And when I remind myself that what hope is about is trusting that God knows what the right outcome is, maybe it won't be the way I want it to be. But if I think of it that way, it helps me to have hope. I have become friends just here at this conference with a delegate from Zambia. He's young and black and straight and African, and I'm old and white and gay and American. But we have become friends even though we explicitly disagree about issues on human sexuality. And my hope is that we agreed that we would submit our names together to be part of the special commission that the bishops recommended and the General Conference adopted on issues of human sexuality. And I know we don't agree, and he knows we don't agree, but we've been open with each other and vulnerable and ready to talk and able to talk and ready to pray, and I'm hopeful that we may serve together and represent ourselves, but at the same time combine a couple of points of view that are here on the floor of General Conference. It's been really, really hard. It's been brutal. It's been painful. I've been in tears because if I feel that my church doesn't want me because I'm gay, why am I here? But there's hope. There is. God knows what God's doing. Even though there are times when I'm like, what the heck are you doing? But there's hope.
So is there anything you want to share about your thoughts about the legislating that's been going on?
I feel frustrated that at the great expense of time and money to have a general conference, we spend so much of that on parliamentary stuff that takes a lot of time, and we could be getting some work done when instead we're wrangling. There was something called Rule 44, which would, in short, have enabled us to do more Christian conferencing with each other. And after talking for a couple of days, or however long it was, about whether or not to adopt it, we decided not to adopt it. So we can't even agree on how to talk to each other, and that's really frustrating. So yeah, if that's what you mean by the legislative process, it's been frustrating to see it be cumbersome, to see us not have time to conference with each other. We did one yesterday, in spite of not adopting that rule, where for about 45 minutes we're sitting at tables with people, in my case at least, that I didn't know. And oh, it was so good. It was so good to hear the point of view of the other. We don't do that enough. So I wish the legislative process could facilitate that a lot more.
What petitions that passed are you excited about?
The one to create the special commission. The special commission, the floor, the General Conference asked the bishops to advise on how we could move forward on issues of human sexuality. Bishops came back and said, we think there ought to be a special commission between now and the next General Conference. The floor adopted that. How that'll play out, who will be on it, what it'll come up with, I don't know. But I was heartened that instead of trying to vote up or down every petition, and there were dozens, maybe scores, on various aspects of the issue of human sexuality, we agreed to do that instead. That was helpful.